What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Flip with Final Take Gaming. Welcome you guys back to another video. And today we're going to discuss Demar DeRozon and Kyle Lowry to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this is the off season, so a lot of things are speculated. There's rumors going around. Trades here, trades here. This person asking for a buyout. This person asking for a sign and trade. This person wants to go to a winning situation, and blase, 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 blah. But just briefly, you know what gets lost in this? People who just want a new contract. Like, not the superstar players, a role player, or the, 10th, 11th guy on the bench who just wants, don't even really care about championships. They just have to be in the NBA, but they want, just another contract to, take care of their family. I don't know why I went on that side tangent, because this is what it's about. You see it on the screen here. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, and the Lakers lineup with LeBron and AD. And how would that be? That would be crazy. Now, for you old Laker heads, and I don't mean old like that, chill. I mean for Laker heads who've been there for the long haul, who've been there since Shaq came in 96, or who came in the 2000s when we was winning three-peats and stuff like that. Even the people who came in 09, when Kobe and Paul Gasol went back-to-back in 09 to 2010. How should I say this? Do you guys remember, especially for the early 2000s, do you guys remember when Karl Malone and Gary Payton came to the Lakers? When they had that big 2 3/4, 3.2.5, however you want to view it, because Karl Malone was on the back end of his career, and Gary Payton was on the back end of his career before he eventually ended up winning one in 06 with the Heat. But that core got all the way to the championship and lost, of course, to the champions of that year, which happened to be the Detroit Pistons. But the thing is, they got to the finals, and that was Shaq in his prime. That was a Kobe in his prime. Well, Shaq's still in his prime. Kobe in his prime, and like Karl Malone and Gary Payton be more of a role player, out of all-star level type of player, old veterans. That's what they were. But this would be a semi-younger version, with LeBron being the eldest spokesman, which would be more of a Karl Malone. Not calling LeBron Karl Malone. Chill, don't roast me in the comments talking about, oh my God, he compared LeBron to Karl Malone. No, even though he about to pass Karl Malone in points. But remember where you heard it here. You feel me? What? Remember where you heard it here? What kind of language? Remember where you heard it first. Here on Final Take Gaming. You feel me? But anyways, Karl Malone was the eldest on the team, and that would be LeBron. But if we go on like star power wise, it would be Kobe would be AD, LeBron would be Shaq, Karl Malone would be DeMar DeRozan, and Kyle Lowry would be Gary Payton. And the thing about DeMar and Lowry, they're a younger version of where Gary Payton and Karl Malone was at that time in life. You feel me? So I think they would really do an excellent job being there. And yes, it would be a big four-ish, but you'll have half the NBA landscape saying, well, it's not a big four because DeMar's on the back end, Kyle Lowry's kind of on the back end as well too. And then you'll get people who are Laker haters and LeBron haters be like, oh my God, LeBron and the Lakers had to get so much help. They had to go get DeMar. First of all, DeMar's a free agent, so he's already willing to take less to come to the Lakers. That's first things first. Second of all, Kyle Lowry can become a free agent. If not, he could sign, I think, for a minimum of like $9 million or something like that. If Trez opts into his player option, which I think he should. Trez just need more run. I think he would really be great, especially if they get Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's good working with undersized bigs and getting them points and getting them lobs and things like that in the paint. So Kyle Lowry would have to take less, unless. See how I did it? Unless. Ooh, bars on bars on bars. They see me coming down, and I'm coming on the boulevard. I'm a Hollywood star. You feel me? Anyways, bars, real rap raw. They like what they see because they like what they saw. Ooh. Anyways, I truly think that this core would work. You know what I mean? People forget Kyle Lowry. He had a rough beginning. You feel me? He started with the Memphis Grizzlies. He only was there for 3 years. Then he went to the Rockets. I mean, before he went to the Rockets, he was in Memphis averaging 5 to 6 points to 7 points a game. Then he went to Houston, started off slow at like 7 points a game, and then got all the way up to 14, where he started shining a little bit, and he got that, he got that start to where he started catching notice, and the Raptors like, ooh, we could do a little shun with him. We could do a little shun. You feel me? So they signed him, and he went crazy on him. You feel me? He started low, like 11 points, and it got all the way up to 17, 18 points a game. Some years he averaged like 22, 20, 21, 22 points a game. In his last year with the Raptors, he averaged 17, which is good for a point guard, and he's a pass-first point guard. Now, he doesn't have the vision of a LeBron James or Ben Simmons. I'm not saying like he's that, but it's pretty close. He is pretty close, you feel me? And he averages 15 for his career in points. He averages 6 assists and about 4.5 rebounds. Like, the Lakers could use that because Schroeder wasn't giving them nada. And people want to blame it, oh, he had COVID, but then again, Schroeder said he didn't have COVID. So it's like, who's telling what here? You feel me? So they can really use that on the squad. And he can score. You feel me? He can hit the three. He can hit the mid range, and he can pull up and go inside. While I say pull up and go inside the paint, he could drive to the paint and get his own shot, get a layup. And he's very versatile at the pick and roll, which will be nasty. Him and AD in the pick and roll, him and LeBron in the pick and roll, him and DeMar in the pick and roll, him and Trez in the pick and roll. Like, it is crazy. And that's if they can keep Kyle Kuzma, which I think, you know what? Kuzma could stay, and I think he could develop if he really wanted to. Like, this would be the last year to be like, okay, Kuzma, show us that you can be like that consistent third scorer or second scorer off the bench, giving us, between 15 to 18 a game, or, we're going to ship you off. But we don't know if he'll be there this year. But if he is, I think they'll give him one more run, one more year at it to see what he can do. But that's what Kyle Lowry can contribute to the Lakers. And you add DeMar. Let's get it out the way right now. Yes, DeMar and Lowry are best friends. They'll have that chemistry together. DeMar, why I say Lamar? This ain't football. You feel me? Shout out to Lamar Jackson. No, he a real one. Anyways, get the names mixed up. Lamar. Anyways, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry have that connection as best friends, so that chemistry is going to click automatically. That's one motivation. 2, DeMar is a LA kid from Compton, so to come back home, he would be super juiced and motivated to win a ring and a Lakers uniform. And we all know how much he loved Kobe, just like everybody around the world, even around the league, loved and admired Kobe. But he truly did as a LA kid growing up. So DeMar DeRozan is going to be a great fit in that regard, and he's a baller. You feel me? Last year he averaged 21 points, 4 rebounds, and almost 7 assists. Yes, DeMar DeRozan has even got better at assists. When he first got here in the league, we already knew he really didn't pass that much. He wasn't really that good at it, but over time he has gotten a lot better. And having that extra, not so much of a floor general, I wouldn't even dare call him a floor general, but he has some court vision that he can, have with the team, and that would just be excellent for the Lakers. You know what I mean? And he averaged career 20 points, about 4 assists and 4 rebounds, and they could use that in a shooting guard, and KCP can come off, the back end, because KCP doesn't have to get traded because DeMar can just plug and play. Again, he's willing to take a discount. And where he really helps the Lakers at is the biggest thing that they've been missing, the mid-range. Yes, you already know, like, the Kawhis of the world, and who's been derived to Kawhi as one of the best mid-range shooters in the game right now? DeMar DeRozan. So that would really help it. And DeMar can get his own shot. Lowry can get his own shot. That's two extra players besides AD and LeBron who can get their own shot. And people always say, what do you mean by get your own shot? I don't understand what they mean by get your own shot. We mean if the defense is clamped up, okay, and you have to go one-on-one, time is running down, who can get their own bucket? Yes, who can get their own bucket. Imagine this. It's the fourth quarter, Lakers are down 1, and you can either have Kyle Lowry, who could take somebody off the dribble to get a mid-range. You could have DeMar DeRozan, who could take somebody off the dribble to get his mid-range. Same thing with AD and LeBron. So that's what we mean by being able to get your own shot, meaning clutch time is coming down, and you need somebody to just get you one bucket. You feel me? And not even so much clutch time, just who can make a bucket even when, you know, let's say they're going on a drought, like Lakers missed 4 or 5 shots in a row. Who could be that one person that can get you that one shot exactly when you need it? You know what I'm saying? And all 4 of those guys will be able to do that. So, especially again, I gotta go back to it, the mid-range. Like, Lakers have been missing that. Like, people keep saying, oh, you need shooters, you need shooters, you need shooters. These are shooters. You didn't say what kind of shooters. Yeah, you don't necessarily, need 3-point shooters. And DeMar can make it somewhat sometimes. You know, Kyle Lowry is a really good, decent 3-point shooter too. So you have that at the same time. And the biggest thing that will happen with the Lakers when LeBron and AD is out, you will have them. Lamar. Why do I keep saying Lamar, y'all? Why do I keep saying Lamar? You will have DeMar and Kyle Lowry to have as backups with the second team, with the third team, and things like that. So you'll always have some playmaker, some scorer on the floor at all times. And this will show no better than when it's in the playoffs. Because, yes, whether you can say, oh, KD was injured, Steph was injured, Kyle Lowry's a champion. At the end of the day, he's a champion. He knows in those pressure situations. And DeMar has been in enough playoff games and the conference finals himself where he knows how to step up during pressure times. And LeBron's unselfish, so you ain't got to worry about, oh, like people going to be wanting their points. DeMar at this stage of life, he don't care about the points. He want that ring. Kyle Lowry don't care about his points. He want that ring. The only person who will probably lead the charge is AD. They'll make sure he average 24 to 30 points a game. AD will be the focal point of this championship run. And at the same time, you may say, well, how are they going to build for the future? Because eventually LeBron's going to retire. Eventually Kyle Lowry's getting older. He's going to retire. And DeMar's going to retire. Like, I got that. AD's still young. But THT will be coming up. They are not getting rid of THT. I don't care what y'all say. They're not getting rid of THT. He'll be up and coming. He'll be, with that young squad. And then after Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, depart, they will have room to sign young, people who, are unhappy with the situation, like a Jason Tatum, or, maybe a Donovan Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a John Morant. Somebody like that who will be disgruntled and, in their situation, be like, let me run with AD and THT. You feel me? They got championship DNA and things like that. So, or even a Lonzo Ball. You feel me? You never know what can happen. But as of right now, to take advantage of LeBron's window of winning championships, where he's at the peak of his powers, even though injuries have, plagued him a little bit, this is the best situation that the Lakers can, do right now. Well, one of the best situations, you know what I mean? You already seen the Ben Simmons trade video. You already seen the Damian Lillard trade video. That would help out tremendously. And it would be now and future because they're both so young. But if those aren't capable, this would be a great opportunity for the Lakers to grab these two. And like I said, DeMar can just come and sign. He's already talked about, he'll take less. He will take less and ball out. So DeMar can be there regardless. The biggest thing, how can we get Kyle Lowry here? Will he be willing to take a pay cut? And or will we be able to get him in a sign and trade? That's going to be the biggest thing to think about right now. when it comes to the Lakers. But, we'll see what happens. Let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Will this be a great addition to have Kyle Lowry and Demar DeRozan on the Lakers? Would it be just Kyle Lowry that should go to the Lakers? Or should it be just DeMar that goes to the Lakers? How do you guys feel about this? And if they all do team up, do you see them being a better version of the Kobe, Shaq, Malone, and Peyton era, which only lasted 1 year? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's gonna be a wild off season, you know what I mean? So, we're gonna have fun this season, y'all. We're gonna have fun this off season, especially with the draft coming up this Thursday. We'll see what happens, because a lot of moves gonna be made in the coming days and coming weeks, and probably even more so after the Tokyo Olympics. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please do us a favor and give this video a big thumbs up. And while you're at it, share with whomever you love to share with. And while you're still here, subscribe to Final Take Gaming, because we'll be coming out with videos for you weekly. So until we meet again, always remember to smile, laugh, and stay positive, y'all. It's been your boy Flip. Peace.